Hi everybody, wanted to share a quick video about a duo chicken dinner on Miramar that me and Matt got a few days ago, because I think it's a good example of, it's a variation on D23E, this one, because as you'll see, we jump away from the plane and then we do a bit of running around. So tell you what, without further ado, let's just show you where the plane goes. So there we go. So it's going from, let's just pause right there. So the plane starts down there in the southwest bottom of the map and goes up to northeast over Campo Militaire. In case you're wondering, actually, this is the website pubg.sh. All you do is you put your PUBG username in, put the server you're on, so North America PC or EU Xbox, and it'll bring up all your stats. And if you click on the date, you can bring up maps. Now, I know that there's more complicated ones which are 3D, but I quite like this one because it's very simple. The controls are really easy. Excuse me, gosh. And just had a mayonnaise sandwich with a chicken mayonnaise, very nice. And you can concentrate on the tactics that you've used and the tactics other people have used as well. Because I know this is a chicken dinner example, but sometimes it's really good to look at the games where maybe you almost just missed out on that chicken dinner. You're like thinking, well, what the hell went wrong? You can use this to check this out. So it was me and Matt, and it was my turn to lead our little squad on this one. So I called out El Pozo. And the plan is to fly along this road here, looking for a vehicle. But also, on Miramar, funnily enough, even though it's a bigger map, I really like going on foot and hitting, if we zoom in a bit, all these little houses around here, all these unnamed compounds, because they're a lot bigger than they look. And often you can get really good kit. Now, I wouldn't recommend doing this in squads, because there's not enough there for squads, but for duos or solos, it definitely works. So we jump along, and then it's basically go into a house and start looting. Now, as we can see, if we fast forward a little bit further, so we can see where everybody else goes. Let's wait for them to stop moving. Now, what's very interesting about this, and it reflects on the sheer size of Miramar and the difficulty of getting about. I mean, the plane path was from the island, wasn't it, to Campo Militaire up here. Look how squashed in everybody is. You know, they're at Alhazar, there's quite a few people at Los Leones. People, of course, are at Picado, San Martin. What's that there? Is that the graveyard, Minas Generalas? Hacienda de la Patron, of course, has got lots of people, water treatment. But you can see, really, nobody's making a move to this side of the map. So it's another reason on Miramar to get away from the flight path if you can. Now, I would also don't go mad in Miramar, getting too far away. So, if on that flight path, I wouldn't have said, let's go to La Cabretta or somewhere over here, because it takes you so long to drive back that you can't do it. Now, we're very lucky with this first circle because we're in the circle, which means that me and Matt, we can loot at our leisure, which we do, and we split up. We're fairly safe. We're listening out, and we're going around. As you can see, there's not much movement going on from everybody else. Everybody's just looting on. We've had a bit of a fight over here, and what happens in a minute is a supply drop comes over. There it goes, bang. So that supply drop comes over. So I grab a vehicle, drive over to Matt, and we're like, right, let's get it. Because a really good thing is when you do jump a long way from the flight path and get away from the flight path, if there's a supply drop that's even further away from the flight path, you can be pretty sure that if you've got a vehicle or if it's close and you're on foot, you're going to get there first, and it's going to be safe. If the supply drop had landed over here in Los Leones or Bendita or nearer to the flight path, there's no point going for it, because even if you are the first ones there, other people are going to be there pretty soon and start killing you, and so the risk reward isn't as good. But if you've gone far away from the flight path and there's supply boxes, go for them, because they can be game-winning weapons. You pick up a Groza, you pick up an AWM or even something like the MK24. They can be really good weapons. Level 3 helmet, level 3 vest. These things can change things. So we're hacking. We zoom along, and we go over here, and here we go. We pick it up. That's it. Zoom in. If there's anything happen next, I think we get this one safe. So in this one, there is a Groza that Matt picks up. and then we go and loot these buildings, and then lo and behold, in the next few seconds, another supply drop comes over. Now it's already flying over. Now these guys I think these guys are going for it as well. But because again, because it's back this way, and I was fairly confident that we're still on the quiet side of the circle, I was like, yeah, let's go for it. And Matt wanted to go for it as well. Right, there it is. So we're the closest. So we pull up on it, and I get this one. And in this one, I've got the AWM. Now, as these guys they're on a motorbike, as they're zooming along, Matt has the Groza, opens up on them. I think I fire a few shots, maybe with a Scar or something like that. And we, Matt gets the 2 kills, and we just wipe these guys out. Bang, 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 brrr, bum, bum, and they're both dead. Now I've got an AWM. Admittedly, I haven't got a sight for it, but we can sort that out. And again, we know we're on the quiet side of the circle. So my next call is, let's go to El Pozo. Let's get deep into the centre of the circle. We know people are going to be behind us. As you can see, they're all fighting each other as they're making their way into the circle. And that's going to give us a real advantage. So we loot up a bit. Speed it up a little bit. Going around, getting all the loot. Right, let's get back on the vehicle. Right, let's head to El Pozo. There we go. That's us there, little green dot. As we get into El Pozo. And look, we've got this huge city all to ourselves. See these people checking out this drop? In fact, I don't want to come in too far because we want to see what's happening. So this enables me to be able to pick up a sight for my AWM. We're dripping with ammunition and kit. I think we get everything we need to get. Yeah, we're level 2'd out of our minds. I think Matt even might have a level 3 helmet on or something, level 3 vest. Again, we're very lucky with the circle. We're into the next circle, and we're on the quiet side. Remember, the flight path was from southwest to northeast, so this is where all the teams are coming from. You can see them in this arc coming in, and where they're coming in an arc like this, they're going to start bumping into each other, having firefights, and killing each other, which is great. So let's move forward a bit more. We're still looting. We've got all these red dots, they're all killing each other, all good stuff. We're still looting. The blue's coming in. Again, we've got loads of time. The supply drop just came in just there. Right, let's just pause this. Let's just zoom in a bit more so you can see. We're still looting, still looting. We're going to get the next circle. So the next circle appears. Now this is an interesting one because you've got to think at this point, how do we go? Do we go by foot? Or do we go with the vehicle? Danger with the vehicle, you're making more noise, people can hear you coming. We actually decide, I say let's go in a vehicle, and Matt says let's go on foot. So we actually decide to go on foot, and we're running across this field. And the danger with going on foot is that if you run into a firefight, you don't have much time. Because it's, as soon as you get in a firefight, it's almost like time stops for you, and you forget the fact that blue's coming in. Luckily we don't. We see these guys, but we don't engage them. And then we get up onto the ridge to get a bit of a position. Obviously, Matt's still got his 2 kills at the moment. I haven't got any. Now, let's have a look. Let's see what's happening in these final circles. So, me and Matt here on the northwest. We've got a guy by himself here. These teams, these duos are bumping into each other. They're going to bump into each other. These guys are playing the middle. So we just need to be careful. Again, you notice, see how we play the edge. We're playing the edge all the time. We don't strike out into the middle. There's nothing wrong with playing the middle. But you might find that playing the edge leads to a few more top 10s. So we're making our way. Right, we engage this chap. I don't think we kill him because he's quite a long way away. No, we don't. Right, so he's gone there. But these team are fighting each other. Already, there's some interesting things going in the circle. They've got position there. He's there, that's another duo there. So we're moving in, we're playing this ridgeline. I love playing the high altitudes in Miramar, where you can see down on everybody. Again, you could say at this point of the game, do things like the quiet side of the circle matter when you're comparing it with the flight path? Well, we've got an uncontested run in to this part of the circle. Again, then we stop, we're on the edge. We start engaging this chap who's coming from behind us. We take him out. I think I took that guy out. And then we move in. Again, we're very lucky. Look, I'm not going to lie. We get a very lucky circle. It's right on us. We've got great cover here in terms of the topography of the land, which enables us just to keep our heads down. As you can see, threats to the northeast. These are two teams, so they're going to be fighting each other. We've got one guy hiding on a supply box there. This guy's coming in by himself. We've got a duo coming in. So again, we're just playing that edge. Very, very careful. So we blast away at those guys. Just creeping into the edge. Matt gets another couple of kills. And the blue comes in. Right, let's stop there. Right, so everybody's in. Now, we've got a team down here, southwest. Team down here, south. A guy there. Is he with him? No, see, he's by himself. He's by himself. Those two are together. So we've got two solos here, two teams. Again, look, we've been really lucky with this circle. Means we haven't got very far to go. But when you do have these circles that are very close, don't get too cocky, because people like playing this side of the circle. They like playing the slow side of the circle, and in fact, teams will often rotate round to get to this side of the circle. So although we tend to be fixated on looking in, make sure you're checking your flanks. And on somewhere like Miramar, it's very easy to get snuck up on. So we slowly move into the circle. Now, you may say, why did we go so far into the circle? Because we've been playing the edge. Because that is where the cover was. That's where we needed to go. So we've made our position. I'm starting to come round to the belief that, when the next circle appears, you need to reconnaissance out. You need to look and you need to think, right, that's where we need to go. Let's go now. Don't wait for the blue to come in, so that you can get set up. Because if you wait for the blue to come in and think, well, I'm just going to follow the blue in, or the blue's just going to be behind me, and that way I'm going to hide and get people. Often, by the time you get to the circle, especially these last ones, there's no cover left, People are already lying down. So we come in, right, we see these guys over here, these two solos, they start finding each other as well. And then we engage this chap over here. And then let's see what happens. Right, next circle appears on top of us. You can't get much luckier than that. We were very fortunate with this. Let's zoom in again so you can see. A little bit too much. Again, there's high ground all around here, so we've got he's a solo and he's a solo. Oh, that's interesting. Now these two are together. No, so let's see what happens. So we go over and we engage those chaps. Matt's now up to 6 kills, so it's us versus these. Now, what you can't really see here is that these guys are down below us, and we can't see them. Now, they'll have heard us engaging this team. And what they start doing now is they start lobbing grenades over the top, over here, which gives their position away. So we know they're to our south. And then what you'll see me do is I break... well, at the time I was breaking right, but as you're looking at that, I break left. I go round to flank this way, I think. There we go. So we've made our move. Let's slow that down. Right, so we can see the grenades coming over. We know they're in this thing. Matt is on, there's an overhang here, so I plan to flank around this way so I can engage them from this side. So let's see. So I move. I'm going to fall a bit fast, isn't it? Here we go. So we're looking. We see the grenades come over. Matt goes up to the edge. I go hard, left on the screen here. Right, and I start shooting now. I start shooting at this guy, and I guess this guy's shooting back at me. And what happens is I knock him. Right, he's knocked. Matt, meanwhile, he looks down on him, sees this guy. You'll see me go down. Matt kills him. That's it, I'm down now. Matt sees him. Bang, bang, bang. Chicken dinner. So there we go. I think that's an interesting example of a duo chicken dinner on Miramar, kind of showing you how we fly away from the flight path, we loot up safely. In this case, we did go after a couple of crate weapons that did us proud, although I have to say, did I get a kill with the AWM? I can't remember. I was hitting people with the AWM and undoubtedly doing them lots of damage. But I think I only ended up with 2 kills at the end. So there we go. So hopefully that's an interesting video. Hopefully it teaches you a little bit about some circle tactics and what people do, what to look out for. If you've got any questions or comments, put them in the questions box down below. If you enjoy the video, hit like. If you want to see more of the same, press subscribe. Thank you very much, and I will see you again soon.